Hey, welcome to the Jaysquared podcast. My name is Jasoma,
I'm J Rock.
and this is a special holiday edition of the Jaysquared podcast. Cheers! Yay! Um, yeah. So we're gonna go ahead. Stop. Uh, for our special edition, we're gonna go ahead and give you our top 10 movies of this year, since we won't be seeing each other again, at least
Okay.
until like what? That's sad to me. Do you not feel sad when we're not gonna like be seeing each other doing the podcast?
Until next year, which is in a couple of weeks.
Breaks my heart.
Okay.
Anyway, we do have a lot of new stuff coming to you guys, but we still want to just squeeze this in because we do it every year. And what? This is like our fourth year doing it, or is it our
Yeah.
third year?
It might
Fourth
be
year.
a third or fourth.
Yeah. So we wanted to go ahead and keep this going before the new changes. We have a lot of stuff going on, but that's for the new year. Um, so
Literally.
we're gonna start off with our movies, right? Now, we're gonna do things a little bit differently. We're gonna start off with our honorable mentions
hmm
for the movies that we think should have been in our top 10, but we couldn't just put it in there because it would be a little bit like too much. It wouldn't be fair to the
Top 10.
actual movies that deserve to be there. Yeah, it wouldn't be fair
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
top
yeah.
10. But there's a special place in our heart. So I mean, I'll go ahead and I'll start it off.
Okay.
Uh, so what?
Wow. You said I'll start it off, and you're like, well,
No, because I,
um,
I really I really do want to think about it, uh, and I do think about it as an honorable mention for me. Uh, but people might have actually saw this as like a top tier movie, and mine's is Good Burger too. All right, hear me out.
it's not even on my list. So cool. I didn't watch that movie, so that's
I don't
okay.
think a lot of people did. I don't think a lot of people did. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't. I'm pretty sure that it came out this year, but it was either like late last year or this year. But that movie, like, I have an issue when people come out with like these new recreated like fan service movies, but they don't do any justice to the fans. Dude, Keenan and Kel executed perfectly. They did not skip a beat. I loved it. Every moment I felt like, yo, man, this is bringing me back. And like, it was hilarious too. Um, and I watched it with my nephews and my like, and it felt right. It felt like a good, wholesome, nice movie, but you still got the feel of like, man, nothing ever changed between these two.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, that's one of my honorable mentions. What about you?
I'll start with Despicable Me 4.
Oh, okay, okay,
I thought the storyline for this movie, continuing from the past three, was pretty good. I love the Gru and Baby Gru collaborations and the whole like back
okay,
and forth that they had. But it was a fun, cute movie, and I do like Despicable Me, so I really enjoyed it. I watched it on a plane.
okay. Because I was gonna say, like, I was like, did you go in to watch it? But like,
No.
yeah, I'm not a big like, Despicable Me fan.
hmm
I just never really got like the hype of it.
The Minions are mostly the hype.
Yeah,
This
like,
is less about them
okay.
and more about Gru, but no, I get it.
Do you think that it was like that you appreciated that more, like, that it was more about Gru?
I mean, I personally prefer Despicable Me instead of like the Minion movies. I think the Minion movies are more for children. At least this movie has more of a storyline that makes sense to adults, or like it's easy to follow.
Got you. I see what you're saying. So it's
hmm
like they're not leaving the adults behind with this one, but they're
Yeah.
also like, okay, it's a good mix.
hmm
All right. So we're doing three of these. So my second one is actually Dear Santa. I just watched it last week or a couple weeks ago.
I don't know
It's
what that
pretty
is.
much, yeah. So pretty much the plot of it is it's actually starring Jack Black. And the plot of it is that there's this kid. It sounds super crazy. All right, so this kid, he has two parents that are going through it, like they're always
hmm
fighting or whatever. and he had dyslexia,
Okay.
and
Okay.
he always writes a note to Santa Claus every year, even though like they told him already, hey, Santa doesn't exist, blah blah blah
Mhm.
blah, and he has dyslexia, so he accidentally writes the letter to it writes it to dear Satan, and he sends it, and then Satan gets it, and Satan is played by Jack Black,
Oh my.
and comes to give him like three wishes, and at the end of the three wishes, he takes your soul, and he lets the kid know, and the kid like goes ahead and he does like he tries to play the game or whatever, and it's
Uh-huh.
just a whole bunch of like a whole bunch of things happen throughout the movie where you're like, yo, this is actually a really freaking funny movie. I could
Jesus.
I couldn't put it on my top 10, but I'll be honest, like I loved the direction of it. It was hilarious. Like I really did like I don't know, I really did like it. And Jack Black was hilarious. Like there were like surprise guest in it, and like they he made the kid feel like he had to go ahead and go through with these three wishes, like, and it was perfect. Go ahead.
Okay. My second one is Godzilla and Kong.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, I
that
haven't seen
was
it.
that was one where I also felt like it could have been like number 10, but honestly,
Mhm.
again, terrible acting, fire action. The plot was mid, but we're here for the action.
Always, that's what we're here for. Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here? What are we talking about?
Yeah. If I recall, I think I went with Kara and she actually enjoyed it.
Oh really?
Yeah,
That's out of character.
yeah, so that was a blast.
She's supposed to be like, nah, hated it,
Yeah, no, it
didn't
was
feel
complete
it.
opposite, so that was fun. But yeah, that's mine. What's your last one?
You know what's funny? I wasn't going to take like have this one as my last one because I didn't think it was I didn't think it was good enough to be an honorable mention.
Mm-hmm.
But
You change your mind?
yeah, the more I
Okay.
think about it, the more I think about it, the more I like kind of change my mind about it. So it would have to be, hold on 1 second.
Okay.
I wanna make it I wanna make sure that I add it because it's between two.
Okay, okay.
But I'm gonna say Fly Me to the Moon because
Okay.
I liked it. I liked it because the characters that were in it. All right, so pretty much Fly Me to the Moon is about Channing Tatum. Well, Channing Tatum is like a freaking
NASA
NASA
person?
engineer. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that person. And they're trying to go ahead and land successfully on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
And Scarlett Johansson is also there's pretty much what she does is that she kind of works on like a grift. So you could think about her as a marketing grifter. Like she's a scam artist.
Uh-huh.
So she gets people to kind of invest into things when they might not be real, might be real, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually plays into the movie. And I really liked where they went because what they're trying to do is that yes, they're trying to land on the moon, but
Uh-huh.
also on the side, it goes into your conspiracy theory type of thinking
I
because
I I saw the trailer for it and I wanted to watch it, but I just didn't have time. It's on my list
yeah.
of movies to watch,
Okay,
but
okay. So I won't ruin it for you,
okay.
but it plays into your specific
In-
conspiracy theory
into
like
my world?
brain. Yes, yes, yes. So you would love it. You would love
Okay,
it.
cool. All right, my
What
last
about you?
honorable mention is a movie I actually watched last
Hmm.
week. It's called Love Lies Bleeding.
Ooh, okay. I was supposed to watch that
Okay,
actually,
cool.
but go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's basically the lesbian version of Bonnie and Clyde.
Got it. Okay,
Kristen
okay.
Stewart's in it. She does a great role. I think the ending, like, if you don't really pay attention to the movie, the ending's gonna be a bit weird, or you're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?" But if you actually pay attention, like, it all makes sense, and it's not how they visually show it. It's more of like, think about everything that has happened, and this is why the ending is this way.
Yeah, she's very underrated to be honest. Like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
she is.
I think that Twilight is it's a sting. Like it
Yeah,
hits you and it's a
it
stain
doesn't
on
go
your
away.
yeah.
Because Robert
But
Pattinson too, like he's
yeah,
such a great actor too.
but I think that the only reason he broke out of it was I guess he had to become
Batman.
Batman to get away from being a vampire, which is hilarious. But
He went
like
from a vampire to a Batman.
exactly. So I mean, yeah, that totally makes sense. I really do actually like her acting. She's pretty
Yeah,
good to me. Like she's really good to me.
yeah. No,
But
she was good in the movie. Like this one competed with my number 10, like similar to you,
really,
where I was like,
yeah,
but then I decided to go with my number 10.
got you. Okay, so speaking of number 10, I'll start this one off too.
Okay.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right.
Stretch out, stretch out.
You're probably gonna hate me for this. You're
We'll
probably gonna
see.
hate me for this. My number 10 is It Ends With Us.
Yeah,
Now.
I am gonna hate you for
All
this.
right, listen. I'm gonna be real with you. I had the same thoughts that you had. I went into it with an open mind, and I also watched it on a plane.
Okay,
And
I'll give you that.
yeah,
Okay. No,
I
no, I'll
didn't
give you that. I'll give
I
you
didn't
that.
seek it. I didn't seek it, but it found me. Um, watched it on a plane, and I had to stop being I had to be objective, and it is a good movie. I feel like people really do lean so hard into like
Sorry.
the no, it's all good. Really do lean so hard into how much they hate this lady, but it's a it's a good movie, and like the twist at the end. Are you gonna watch it? Because I'll just spoil it right now.
Oh, I already watched it.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. The twist at the end that he's been fucking doing this shit preempt like he's been doing this stuff and it fucks with your head. That's literally how like abuse works. Like you think that this person's not doing this purposely, not abusing you purposely. You believe what they're saying because you know you want to believe what they're saying, but then at the end of it, like motherfucker is abusing you and they're telling you all these sweet things like and that's how people get caught in the cycle of abuse. And the ending, even though I wish she would have like probably have done something different, like maybe have done something in a sense of like I would never want to push somebody to get like a an abortion or whatever because now this guy's gonna stay in her life. But and it kind of felt like she was still giving him like a little bit of a chance, like or left the door open for him. I I still think it's really solid. I think it's one of the better movies of 2024.
Yeah, you're gonna hate me then.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Well, we could wait.
All right. All right. Fine. Fine.
All right, my number 10 is Challengers. Did you watch it?
I tried. I just can't get over them trying to sexualize Zendaya, man. I mean, I'm sorry. She to me. I'm just one of those people that she still looks like a kid to me.
Yeah, well, she's
And
not. She's a
I
grown ass
understand.
adult. So
I
that's just weird.
understand. I understand. No, it's not that it's weird. It's that she still looks very young to me. So I can't see her in a sexual way. It's just like I'm not attracted to her. So in that way, because she looks
Okay.
too young. That's
Okay.
just me.
Yeah, that's not what the movie's about, but
That's what they did. I mean, okay, go
no.
ahead, go off,
No.
queen. But
The movie
okay.
is not about her. It's about the two guys and how they're in love with each other, but use Zendaya as, I guess,
A buffer.
a buffer. And then somehow they make it into a tennis match. So, like, each section of the movie is broken into a different set, similar to tennis. Well, you know, you play tennis.
Yeah.
So that's how they broke down the movie. And at first, when I watched it, I left the movie theater like, what did I just watch? But the more I read into it, the more it made sense. Where it's mostly about them trying to find out that they're in love with each other, and they don't realize it until the end of the movie once the plot twist happens that we already saw coming, but they didn't know.
Okay. I mean, I just didn't. I guess I need to finish it. I guess I got up to the part.
Stop focusing on Zendaya. Focus more on the guys.
I did. I tried to focus on the guys because I did hear that it was like it was about them. Like I've heard about that part. But like when it got to the whole Zendaya part, like I thought she was playing her role perfectly. It's
Oh
just
yeah,
that
no,
like
she killed it.
I
100%
feel
killed
like
it.
the way that they were selling the movie
Hmm.
in the trailers and stuff like that, that's what they were trying to push.
Yeah, but
They're trying to
that's
push
the
the
whole point.
sexualization of Zendaya.
That's
But
the whole point. That's
I
what's
guess
gonna
if
get
I
you to the movies.
yeah, I exactly. But I guess if I were to go ahead and finish it or something like that,
Hmm.
then I would see your point.
Yeah,
But
the music in the movie was actually really good too.
yeah, you're a score person. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm just
sorry.
not really. I understand.
Yeah.
All right.
What's your number 9?
So, my number 9 is Hitman. Hey, leave me alone. My number 9 is Hitman.
Okay, I didn't
Um,
watch that one.
you didn't watch it? Okay, so pretty much the plot of Hitman is like this guy. He pretty much goes ahead and he does hits on people. And he actually starts off as like this regular police like interrogator guy or whatever, and he just works with like the electronics when they're doing a sting operation
Hmm.
of somebody. So when you're doing a sting, when there's a transfer of the money, then that's when all the cops come and they go ahead and they arrest the perp. He started off as that, but the person he had to replace somebody, but he's just a technician guy. He didn't know how to do this shit. But then he
Hmm.
finally gets into the groove of doing it. They force him to do it a little bit, and he gets into the groove. He gets really good at it, and then he gets caught up in some bullshit. He falls for this girl, and then like. But I really like how it's the guy from Twisters. I don't know his name.
Yeah, I know him, Glenn Powell.
Yeah, everybody's like trying to push, like they've been trying to really push him on people,
Yeah, I
and
can't
I
stand
mean,
him.
yeah, I thought that he played the role really well. I
I heard
think
it was
that
a good movie.
yeah, it was a good movie. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's again, I think that a lot of these movies aren't necessarily movies that I really, really, really love. I just think they were the better movies of
From
2024.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I agree.
2024 didn't have a lot of hits. To be honest with you.
Yeah, probably movie wise. I think
Mhm.
we were the opposite where we were talking
Yeah,
about it earlier. You watch more
yeah,
movies and I watch more shows.
yeah.
All right.
I feel you.
My number 9 was Woman of the Hour. Are you surprised?
Yeah,
Okay. Um, well, did you watch it?
yeah. I did
Okay,
actually.
cool. Yeah, I thought it was a really well done serial killer movie with that's
Hmm.
based on a true story, and then I really enjoyed the whole like game show aspect of it just because it happened in real life and how like Anna Kendrick played her role. Because there's moments in there where like I was terrified for her and I was yelling at her to run and lock the door and all these things. And I
Yo.
was like, girl,
Okay.
leave, like hurry
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Netflix killed it on that one for sure.
No, I think that I agree with you 100%. Like they put you in her shoes,
Hmm.
and the whole serial killer vibe. I was looking at her like, is this like I was really kind of like this guy's a powerful actor. I'm gonna be honest with you,
Oh no,
and
yeah,
also
he did amazing.
and he said all the right things, and it ended up like the way that he kind of ended up pursuing her. I was just
Hmm.
like, yo, this guy's on his shit. Like you kind of see it and you're like, damn, like
Yeah,
this
no,
motherfucker's smart. Like
he knew what he was doing and he made everyone fall for him. So that was the other part of it.
yeah, yeah, and it worked out for him. It worked out for him. All right, go ahead.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no, that was my number 9.
all right, for
What's
sure.
your number 8?
All right, my number 8 was actually Oddity. Um,
I don't know that one.
so it's a scary movie actually. Like I'm a firm believer that horror movies cannot be top movies of the year. But this year,
Oh
I watch them. I always watch them.
no, I know, but you say that in one of my is like
Yeah,
top 3.
yeah. But the thing is that I understand what you're saying, but it rarely happens for me because
Mhm.
horror movies are supposed to be stupid. Like they're supposed to be like, oh, killer, blah blah blah. But Oddity, it's really good. What it's about is pretty much this this guy's pretty much dating this woman,
Mhm.
and I believe like he has something involved with her murder, ends up like killing her, but her sister is actually like a bruja, bro. Like I don't have a better word. And she's blind, and he thinks that, oh yeah, we're good. Like I already got rid
Hmm.
of the sister, this and that. And she's like, yeah, I know what you did. Because her thing is that, let's say if I were to hand you this,
Hmm.
right? She'll take it and she can see, like she's blind, but she can see everything that you've done through this thing that you transferred. So she saw what he did, and she pretty much was on her revenge tour, and she, like, yeah, and she was out here like bodying people. It was crazy. It was dope.
Okay. All right. I think from here on out, you might hate me.
Okay, I'm okay with that. I like
Okay.
that.
I think I have a lot of surprises for you, so like, please don't judge. I'm not judging you. I'm
We
only judging you
listen,
about one movie.
we listen, and we do
We
judge.
only one movie. I will judge you for one movie, but other than that, no.
We'll see.
All right. My number 8 is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. My number 8. Why?
I hate that it's so low on your list.
Yeah. There's no way it's topping any of these other ones for me
Are
right
you
now.
kidding me? All right.
No.
All
I thought it
right.
was a great introduction to the new trilogy. I like the idea of them humans fighting to keep their native language, but also betraying the apes, and then the apes trying to protect their stuff. Yeah, it's a great mixture that's setting up the new trilogy to be pretty fire. I do miss Caesar though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying. I thought it was a great movie too.
Yeah, it's higher on your list, but I think my
Yeah.
taste is slightly different
Ooh.
right now. All right, what's your number 7?
Well, my number seven, you're probably gonna think it's stupid, but and this actually was a toss up for me. It was either gonna be higher on my list or it was gonna go into honorable mentions.
Okay, was this the one that you were deciding?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so my number seven is actually Jackpot. Um, okay, so pretty much Jackpot. It's so fucking funny. All right, so it's about this woman. Like pretty much, there when you win like the lottery, it's like a lottery. Let's say that it's like a lottery. When
Mm-hmm.
you win it, you can hire an agency. So it's sometime in the distant, like future, whatever. You can hire an agency to go ahead and protect you, right?
Okay.
But the better the agency, the more you pay to protect, like to get protected,
Mm-hmm.
right? So she ends up going ahead and actually getting involved with hiring a lower agent, but
Okay.
it's not on purpose. Like she didn't even want any of that, but she ends up hiring him because everybody's coming after him, and he keeps saving her without her asking him to. And it's John Cena that keeps, like, that's the guy, by the way. And Ali Wong is, no, not Ali Wong. Aquafina is the person who won the jackpot.
Oh, I think I saw the trailer for
It
that.
was so funny. It
Okay.
was so funny. So like pretty much is them going through all the shenanigans to go ahead and have her be safe
Mm-hmm.
to redeem her jackpot and redeem her prize. And they kind of it's kind of like solving the issue that of all the people who previously got jackpots, they were dying, but like they would die in like different ways, and you were like, "What the fuck? Like, how are they
Mm-hmm.
dying or whatever?" Awesome movie. I like it's a fun. I wouldn't say family movie. I mean, if you have kids, but if you don't
Yikes.
have kids and you just want to hang out with your parents and stuff like that and watch it, then that would be cool. Like you should watch that movie.
Okay. All
Go
right.
ahead.
My number 7 was A Quiet Place Day One. I really enjoyed the prequel. I
Okay.
thought the acting in it was amazing, very emotional. The storyline of it was not something I expected. But I thought even in the moments where it was scary because of how quiet the movie is, and it's a lot of like other types of ways to communicate and just show fear. I thought that they did a really great job about that.
Yeah, I actually agree with you on that. Um, I'm gonna be real with you. That movie to me, like I usually hate prequels,
Hmm.
but that was a top tier fucking movie. Like
Yeah, no, it was great.
it was really good, really good.
Yeah.
All right, so my number six is actually a kingdom. Well, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Yeah. Uh, I'm gonna be real. I hate the following up without like Caesar, the
Hmm.
same as you.
Yeah.
But like that was a great way to like make him like a god in a sense. Like they made him a god, and they
Hmm.
were able to go ahead and be like, okay, well, he's he's otherworldly. We're not even sure he fucking existed. Like, and it's kind of like Jesus. Like you think about it, and you're like, yo, like
Yeah.
so they did a great job setting up a new, just kind of like a new era
Hmm.
moving forward. So I was really, really impressed with how they wrote it, and they keep doing this with fucking monkeys. Like this is crazy. Like I would
Yeah.
never, I wouldn't expect this. Like the emotion that is pushed forward with kind of like a Planet of the Apes and stuff like that. And we're back. Go ahead. What was your number
6.
six? There you go.
My number 6 was Inside Out 2. I thought it was a very great sequel to the original one. I like the idea of the emotions growing and getting to another level based off of Riley turning into a teenager. I think anxiety was completely relatable to me. And then I think the part that got me crying was when anxiety started having a panic attack and like didn't know what was happening. Because that's how that usually feels. You're like, why is my body reacting this way? So I guess it was just a very relatable movie for me that made me cry.
Yeah, like I'm beyond like that. That could be. I could see that being like an honorable mention. Because it to me it's too. Of course, excuse me. It's a kids movie, but Riley was a fucking asshole, bro. Like I was
But
like,
that's how
ew.
people are when they're teenagers.
Yeah, but like I was like, yo, fuck this girl. Like this girl fucking sucks. And yes, she's going through all these emotions, but she was being a super bad person. Like like I was like, wait, what? Like some of the
That's the
things.
whole point.
Yeah, but this is also one of the things that I was thinking about at the end of the movie. It was like her friends have the same emotions,
Hmm.
but they weren't being total assholes. Like, so I was like, I don't know if she's deserving of these
You
great
know,
friends.
but then again, what took over?
Anxiety, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. She needs to keep her fucking emotions in check, bro. Like,
Oh
I don't
my
know what to
god.
tell you.
That's
I don't know what to tell you. All
okay.
right.
So do you want to do worst movie now or
Okay.
before we
Yeah.
enter top 3?
Okay. I think we could do worst movie. Also, I want to say, for the record, one of the like I wanted to squeeze one more honorable mention in. I'm sorry, it had to be Babes. Babes is a movie about pretty much, and I really loved it because it gave like a different look at like a female friend relationship and them going through different like female like what's the word, experiences. So pretty much one woman, she's pregnant, she's having a baby, she's in a happy healthy relationship with her husband, this that and the third, and pretty much one of the characters is also somebody from Broad City. I don't know if you've seen Broad City. um she's fucking funny. Alana Glazier, what, I don't remember her name.
Okay.
But uh and she has a one night stand with a guy.
Oh, I think I did see the trailer for
Yeah,
this.
and she ends up actually getting pregnant, but
Hmm.
she doesn't know that. Like she's hitting the guy up. She's like, "Yo, like what's going on?" And then later on, she finds out she's pregnant, and she's like, "Holy shit!" And then she's thinking like, if I should like get rid of it or not, if I should abort it or not. And she finds out that the guy didn't stand her up; he died. And then she's like,
Is your
"Oh,
microphone connected?
can you hear me?"
No.
Oh, okay. So pretty much she finds out that the guy wasn't standing her up or anything. He just actually ended up dying. And she's like, fuck. So do I abort this kid or do I
That's a
like
crazy plot twist. You just
exactly?
ruined it for everyone who didn't watch it.
It came out in 2024. Catch the fuck up. Like what?
Jesus Christ. Okay.
So yeah.
All right. So what do you
Um
want to do?
yeah, I guess we could do, are we doing only one of the worst movies or are we doing like
I only
multiple?
I picked only one
Okay, we could do one because
because
I have one, and this is a one, bro. Like this is number one in like it's number one.
okay.
Who goes first?
I mean, you can since yours is. We'll keep this order going.
All right, for sure. It's called Uglies. J Rock. This movie fucking sucked. I was so fucking mad. Like this movie was terrible. It was atrocious. So
Okay.
pretty much Uglies, like I think is based on a book or some stupid shit, but it's about like these kids. They they're in this like dystopian futuristic universe, and when you turn 16, then you go through this glow up process, and they put you in this machine and it enhances your beauty to like the max level. So you could think about it like they put a filter like
Oh,
the
similar to the
beautiful,
substance.
I guess I never seen that.
Oh.
um but yeah, they put you in this glow up chamber and it makes you like super hot,
Mm-hmm.
but like you also become like fucking stupid and dense and you don't remember your friends and stuff like that who are ugly. Like they literally call you uglies, like we're the uglies, like because they're under the age of like 16 or whatever. So the girl,
Okay.
like they end up escaping because they're like, we don't want to go through this process, we don't want to change who we are. And they escape to this other place that actually has people who were born normal, and they don't go through the process. They live on this land and they live off the earth and off the grid. And it's just fucking stupid because those people are also like kind of like super attractive too. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
what are we talking about here? Like it was just a terrible movie, and everything about it was like, it wasn't like there was the humor, what the jokes weren't hitting. The action scenes were stupid. They had that terrible movie moment where it has to have a skateboarding scene, and
Oh.
it was just like, what are we doing here? And there, like the plot was like, you try to follow along and say, all right, well, I get why the plot has to, like, why this person has to do. Nope, none of it made sense. None of it had to happen. It was just a nothing ass movie, and I hated it. And I want to punch whoever made that movie in the neck.
Nice. All right. So I won't watch that movie.
No, 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 watch it, please.
No. No. All right. My worst movie of the year is your number 10. It ends with us. Wow. That movie was straight up booty cheeks. How do you sell this movie and then glorify domestic violence?
They
That
didn't
shit is
glow. Okay,
crazy. Yes, they did.
how?
What do you mean? They sold the trailer as a love story. The whole movie is a love story. They never show the domestic violence until the end.
Barack, it was a love story. That's the point.
No.
You see it as love. You think that this person's loving on you, but it ends up like you end up learning that they have been violent towards you. Even the guy noticed it. Like people outside of the relationship and outside of the friend group, they would notice these things. Like the guy that the
And
second
what did they
dude,
do? Nothing.
He
That's the whole
fought him.
point
He
of this
fought him.
movie.
He kicked him out. Like he kicked him out of his restaurant. He's like, "Yo, get the fuck
Cool.
out of my restaurant. I
That
know you're
didn't
beating
change
on her."
anything.
What?
That didn't change anything. She still got her ass beat, and then she got pregnant off of him, and still kept it. That shit was crazy.
I
The
understand.
writing was cheesy. The acting was bad. Yeah, no, this was not it. I regret watching this movie.
I like that. I don't know. I think there are other movies that were
That's the only one that I watched. That was probably the worst movie I've seen in 2024.
really.
Let me double check if I have anything else on my list. Um,
I have a downgrade movie while you look.
Go on.
Okay. So my downgrade movie is probably gonna piss you off though. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Yeah, you could stop talking now.
All right. No, you're not gonna censor me.
Oh,
All right.
Long Legs was the other bad movie I
Oh
watched
yeah,
this year.
it looks stupid. Like I didn't even I didn't
So
get past the 10 minutes.
no, I watched the whole thing on a plane, with
Ew.
a like 10-year-old right next to me, which was
Ew.
crazy. Um, it was sold as the scary movie of the year, and then you bring in the devil, which made no sense to the plot of the movie, and then it ends very randomly, and just it's like they gave up writing at the end. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck it, finish here. We threw in this
See,
part, and yeah.
they did the horror movie thing where it's like, let's just try to scare people and let's just throw in some random shit. Ooh, the
Yeah.
devil.
Yeah, yeah.
All
That one
right.
was a so
Let
hit
me
or
get
miss.
through let me get through my point about Beetlejuice as being a downgrade. I didn't say it was bad, bro. I just said it was a downgrade from the original.
What's your number 5?
No, I'm gonna get through this. All right,
Dude,
listen.
we're at look at the time. And we still haven't even done TV shows.
All right, fine. You're right. You're right. You're right. But mark my word, we're gonna talk about this one day.
I mean, we
And
are gonna talk about it.
Woman of the Hour is my number 5.
We're gonna talk about it in like 2
Woman of the
minutes.
Hour is my number 5.
Mhm.
Okay. I actually something that I want to piggyback off of what you said.
Mhm.
Um, I love how she stood up for herself, even though she wanted to be an actress. She wanted to do this, and then she's like, "You guys are gonna make me look like some dumb piece of shit." Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna go ahead and ask these tough ass questions. And I love when she was like shitting on the guys, and they're like, "Oh, I just,
Yeah, she called
if
them
I
out.
say this, then I'm gonna look like this, and if I say this, then I'm gonna look like this." And it's like, yeah, that's the point, dumbass. Like, but the fact that he was still the serial killer was still answering the right way, it really shows you how he has like a sociopath brain where he's like,
Yeah,
I know how people are supposed to feel.
yeah.
Um, but he like I think that the really big takeaway from that movie is that not that you can't trust anybody, but like nothing comes easy. Like we have to like
It
those
has to be more than just a random game show. You
yeah, it
can't
has to
just be
be
like, oh, this guy wants to take a picture of me. Oh, now we're dating.
yes. And
No.
I think that the way that that was written, that everything was written, like you don't really even get the time frame. Like the time frame of the things that are happening, you're like, when did this happen and when did this part happen? This
Yeah,
happened before. Like
the back and forth. Yeah.
it was insane. I really did love that part. Go ahead. What's your number 5?
All right, you could start it. You could go off with your downgrade. My number 5 is Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
Wow. Jesus Christ, J Rock. Like, how is that? Okay. All right.
How was
I
that?
know.
That movie was hilarious, bro. It was such a great movie. Like, so much fun. I thought it did a great job of being a sequel to the original Beetlejuice. I think the addition of Jenna Ortega adds a great element because she's currently like the horror movie person. Um, I thought it was really funny. I really enjoyed it.
I think that you're biased because
It's
you.
my top 10, right?
I understand. I understand. I think that I was gonna say because you are a Jenna Ortega fan, and also you're a Beetlejuice fan,
Hmm.
and it just went all it like that.
The
That on top
only
of each other.
thing I will say that didn't make sense to me was the women or the lady that was after Beetlejuice.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I feel like the movie did too much.
There was too many plots in it. I understand that.
Exactly.
No,
I
I
saw
agree. I
because
agree.
this is what happened. We were on the plane as well. We saw Beetlejuice, and then we saw Beetlejuice right after the one right after
Oh,
the
that's
next.
tough.
Exactly. That's why I could be objective because I saw Beetlejuice and I was like, this movie's fucking fire. I loved it. Like I was like this, and I never seen it before. This was my first time.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
I've
yeah,
never seen
no.
it before. So I'm
Just know
like,
that you're gonna hate me for the rest of my top five.
that's fine. I never seen it before, and then knowing that this was the follow up, I was like, the wife and then the boyfriend kind of guy. And I was like,
I mean, but that
we could have done without that. We could have actually done the movie without those two plots, and it was so, and it would have been way better, like because the whole thing could have been about her trying to find her dad and doing anything to find her dad, but it didn't have like the romance thing. I was like, we didn't really need a romance, another romance. And then like with her mom, like we really don't see why her mom downgraded so much to going ahead and just like marrying this dude,
well,
whatever.
it kind of falls into the person she became, where it's like she
Yeah, but
just
we
does.
don't get to know. I would have much rather wanted to know like why she became that person. Like it they don't really do a good job of telling you why she became that person or what happened to her because she was a badass in the first movie. Like
Well,
she was like,
that traumatized her as an adult.
I understand that it traumatized, but like the thing is that she was still super into like ghosts, super into like the paranormal realm. She it's not like she was
Yeah, but
like
she's terrified of Beetlejuice,
yes, but
so
I'm
that's
talking
the only
about being
part
in
of
a
it.
relationship with that new guy. Like I just like we don't understand the trajectory
It's
how she.
someone who basically preyed on her emotional instability. And
Yeah,
that's
I
about
wish I
it.
knew why she got that emotionally unstable. Like
Because of Beetlejuice, because she kept seeing him.
we're thinking that we're like, oh man,
It
well maybe
shows
it's
it the whole movie.
we're giving excuses.
No, we're not. I don't know what you watched then. What's your number
My
four?
number four, my number four is actually a good person. Well, not it's not called actually a good person.
Called A
Actually,
Good
well,
Person.
it's called a good person. Yeah. So it's with pretty much Yelena from
Florence Pugh.
yeah, there that first Florence Pugh.
Puh.
It's with her and
Morgan
what you call
Freeman.
it, Morgan Freeman, and like pretty much a couple of other good actors. But anyways, it's with them two, and it really goes through a like it pretty much talks about heavy addiction, and how traumatic offense could shape what.
My number four is like the complete opposite.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I because I'm a purist when it comes to this shit. I'm
I just have fun.
I'm
If the
true to
if I
this. I'm
have
not
fun,
new to this, bro.
if I
I'm
have fun with the movie, it's making my top 10.
yo. They should just all be Transformers. Transformers.
Literally.
No, like all right. So this movie, it's like it goes through the struggles of addiction based off of a traumatic event and how like becoming sober, being bad, um, through your like through your journey of becoming sober can impact everybody around you. So pretty much, Florence Pugh, she goes ahead and she causes a car accident. When she causes that car accident, she ends up killing uh, her in-laws, her sister-in-law or to be sister-in-law and brother-in-law, because and they were going wedding dress shopping. So she ends up killing them, and after that happens, this guy leaves her because he kind of like
Yeah, it's the guilt.
can't take it.
Yeah.
And then the dad, it always been a shitty dad, which is Morgan Freeman, but he can't forgive her, and they go through this whole like up and down through the whole situation. And he finds her at an AA meeting, and he tries to like reconcile with her, and like she ends up fucking up even more. You have to watch it. It's a really good movie. I don't want to ruin it because there's a
Mhm.
lot of factors to it that really like drive home the idea of what they're trying to do there.
All right. My number four. Continue to hate me. My number four is Twisters.
What's wrong with you,
That movie
bro?
was so good. The
Oh my God.
action.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it
It
was.
wasn't good.
Yes,
It
it
wasn't
was.
good. Okay.
Yes,
Say
it
that you
was.
liked it. Say that you
No, that
liked
movie
it.
was amazing.
Say that you even loved
It's
it. But don't say
my
it
type
was
of
good,
cheesy.
bro.
It's my
What
type
was
of
good
cheesy.
about it? I want to know.
Everything. The acting, the
No,
action, the
no.
story, everything was good about it.
You're going to drive me crazy. Like, I don't.
You get to pick Fast and the Furious.
As
And then
honorable mentions.
no, 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 no.
I've
No.
never put that on my top 10.
Bro,
I've
you
never
gave
put that
that
on
a
my
10
top.
out of 10.
Roll the tape back.
Yes, please roll the tape.
I could give it a 10 out of 10, but I'm not going to put it on my top 10
It's fine.
because I understand what a bad, like, I understand it's a bad movie, but I had fun. We had fun, but
No, it was great. I enjoyed myself. I thought it was a great sequel. Again, another cult classic. No, my number
it's
4.
not another cult classic. I'll be real with you. It's
It
not going to be.
is. Have you ever watched the
No.
first one?
Yeah, I've seen Twister.
Okay, okay.
And that was a cult. Like, I can understand that.
It's the same
It's
freaking
not the
story.
same
It's the
thing.
same thing,
It's,
bro.
oh my.
Just bigger twisters and a cowboy.
That's,
Nah,
it's so bad.
nah, it was great.
I finished the movie and I was like, what was this?
Nah,
What
it
we
was
doing?
great. It was actually really great, and it sold so much. Nah, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is A Quiet Place. Day one. Um,
Okay,
yeah,
very high.
I again, like, I like to watch these movies and go in with an open mind because again, I do not like movies. I do not like prequels. I'm like I said before, like, I'm just not the type of person. Um, I think that prequels are cheap, in my opinion. Like, it's just a cheap. It's like a money grab type of thing when you see something making a lot of money because of the franchise. But this one actually falls in line. I'm gonna be honest. The only prequel I could put up there with this and actually surpass it is uh, the Purge movie, the prequel to the Purge. Like that, like those are the like it's in that realm. Just because of the way that, like you said, the communication and them having to do it on the fly. Like, this was something
Mm-hmm.
that was completely new to them.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just a beautiful movie to watch, and the way that it kind of like went on, like, I it was too much. It was too much for me. I cried. But yeah,
Yeah, me too. There's a lot of scenes where I was just very emotional.
all
All
right,
right,
go ahead.
my number 3. You're gonna hate me. My number 3 is Deadpool and Wolverine.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm gonna blow
Are
your
you on the
mind.
drugs? Are you on the drugs?
I'm gonna blow your mind. My number 3 is Deadpool and
That's
Wolverine.
so. That's so low.
What number should it be then?
That should be your number one.
It's not.
Aren't you a Marvel person?
This is barely
I'm
Marvel.
contacting the heads of Marvel, bro.
This is
I'm
barely Marvel.
contacting them today because they're losing a follower right
No,
before my eyes,
not
and
at all.
I have to stop you and
Not
tell
at
you that
all.
you're losing your way.
No, not at all. This movie
I
did not
remember the
save
J Rock
Marvel.
that didn't care if a show or a movie was bad. She was gonna ride with it until the
Can
very
I
end. I
explain my
remember,
side?
huh?
Can I explain my side?
Go ahead.
Because the Marvel is still top for me, just not in movies. Um, I feel like this was a great fan service movie. They brought in a bunch of random characters that had everyone in the movie theater saying "Oh," which was
Uh-huh.
great. It was a lot of fun. It was a big fu to Fox. I thought they did a great job with that, and also I thought they did a really great job with introducing X-Men and a lot of their characters into the Marvel universe, and that's what it felt to me, an introduction of X-Men and
Okay.
leaving Fox for Marvel. Um, Great action, very funny, but my number 3.
I just feel like you make not good decisions when it comes to this stuff. Because
Not at
it's like
all, because if you actually line it up, mine are more known than yours.
just because
Yeah,
they're more known doesn't mean that they're good. Like,
that means
you
that my opinion is more known, and probably people are going to
doesn't
agree
mean
with
it's
more.
good. Doesn't mean it's good.
Doesn't
Doesn't
mean
mean it's
yours is
good.
good either.
I don't know who you're lying to, bro. I don't
Not
know
at
who you're
all.
lying to.
You probably need to
Anyway,
expand your palette.
Bro, what are you talking about? Mine is so diverse. Yours is
What's your number
mainstream.
two?
What are you talking about? All right,
Exactly.
anyway, Smile 2 is actually my number two.
Yeah, I'm never
So
watching that movie, so.
yeah, I understand. Like, okay, so this is the thing for me. Um,
Oh, so your number one is.
why do you have to do that? Why do you have to do that? First of all, like, can I get it out? You do this every year. This is your
Yep.
thing.
This is my thing.
So,
Because I could tell. I know you.
aw, thanks, thankies. So, pretty much, Smile Two was an awesome follow up. It was actually to me better than Smile. Um,
Okay.
the scares were immaculate, well timed. They did the way that they scared you was that put something they would put something there, like pretty much give you um the false assurance, and then they would go ahead and give you a jump scare, but it wasn't a normal jump scare. It would be
Mm-hmm.
something that, like, they were just very meticulous in the way that they kind of went ahead and did their thing, and it made you feel like so uncomfortable throughout the whole movie. But not just because you didn't just not just because you were getting scared. It was because the stakes were higher, and also you don't know what's real and what's not. So pretty much in the original Smile, you think that the monster gets defeated, but then it turns out that the pretty much the Smile demon is still alive
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the movie. So this is pretty much following directly after that, and then you realize, oh shit, it's not just well and alive; it's getting stronger. And instead of just fucking with you for like a quick moment, it's fucking with you for like you'll lose your whole day, like, and you'll think that you would wake up at a random time or random day, and you'll be like, yo, what the fuck, what just happened? Like, I don't remember the last 24 hours or some crazy shit like that. And the Smile demon would be the person that's kind of like going ahead and taking control of you and whatnot. And then at the end of the movie, it's a huge twist to where you don't know what the fuck just happened. I don't know if I should give it away, but I mean, whatever.
I'm not
I'll let
watching it.
people. All right, so pretty much the Smile Demon follows a pop star, and it's different from like just following some regular person. So it latches onto this pop star, and after you get the Smile Demon, after 7 days, you're gonna kill yourself in front
Mm-hmm.
of somebody else, and and that's how the demon transfers to somebody else. So it's
Oh,
like a
did it do
parasite.
it like in the middle of a performance?
Yes. So
Oh.
pretty much that was the idea, but the girl was like, fuck this, I don't want to go ahead and go through with this. So she was trying to find ways to kind of distance herself from people and
Mm-hmm.
whatnot, and she got into a really bad car accident. She disconnected from her friends and whatnot, and her best friend, she treated her best friend like shit, and her best friend ended up leaving her. And then she called her best friend to like say sorry and all that stuff, to apologize, and her best friend came to her rescue and blah 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 blah. And it's been like 6 days, and she's driving, like, pretty much she breaks out of this hospital, like this crazy hospital, because she starts doing crazy shit. She kills her mom because her mom is a momager, and like it's trying to force her to do this performance, and she's like, fuck the tour, I'm going crazy, like everything, I don't know what's real and what's not, and all you care about is fucking money in this tour. And then she ends up killing, like, her mom goes, do you know what I've done for you? I would do anything for you, sweetheart. And then she breaks a glass, grabs the glass. I'll do anything for you. And just
That's
starts
crazy.
fucking killing herself. And then the girl's like, stop, stop, stop. And then she like runs to the door, and she looks down at her hand, and she sees that she has a big ass piece of glass in her hand with a bunch of blood. So she's the one that's killed her mom. So now it puts in perspective that she's been killing everybody. And then at the end of it, she's driving, like trying to get away from the monster. And her friend's like, no, I'll drive you. I'm your best friend. I'm your ride or die. I don't give a fuck. We're going to face this together. And she's driving. And then the pop star girl, she gets a phone call from her friend. And she's like, but you're right here with me. And she looks at the person driving the car. Like, it's just a crazy ass. I think that everybody should watch it. So yeah, and I'm not gonna say the end because maybe some people want to like. Actually, yeah,
No,
fuck.
you ruined the ending of
Yeah,
another movie.
And then all right, fine. Real quick. At the end of it, she's like fighting the demon and then she's winning and she's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna beat the demon. Like she's like, I beat it. And then the demon looks at her is like, none of this was real. And then like pretty much the curtains open and she steps out on stage and it's the seventh day and she realizes that all of the shit that she's been going through, killing her mom, doing all this crazy shit, none of that was real. It was just the demon fucking with her head. And
Wow.
then she's on stage and she's like, starts killing the fuck out of herself with the microphone. And everybody's watching it because she's on stage for her tour. So now the demon goes ahead and infects everybody that's watching. So, yeah, sorry I gave you that extra long, but I just needed to go ahead and tell you about it because you don't like scary movies. Number one?
Wait, my number two.
Oh, yeah, you're number two?
My number two is actually a thriller movie. It's called
Okay.
Heretic. It's probably
Oh, okay. I
yeah.
was actually gonna watch that.
Okay, I'm not gonna spoil it. It's very much edge of the seat type of horror or thriller. Um, there's a couple plot twists that happen at the end that, for me, like made the movie even better.
Okay.
And it was one of those where like I felt like I was in the position of one of the girls, where I was like, oh my god, what would I do? What would I do? And it was one of those where it's like I kind of started panicking for them before
I
like
love
they would
that.
make a move.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. I think you'll like it. It's very much less of a jump scare and more of a like thinker. Like it makes you think about religion and then how people use that to their advantage and trick people.
Like so it's like a okay, yeah, I'm
It's
gonna
a
watch it.
psychological thriller. I would say that because it's a mental game that you're playing while watching the movie.
Yeah, I wanna watch it. I think that it's
It's what Long Legs was supposed to be.
got it. Got it. Um yeah, no, I think I'm gonna give it a shot. I just haven't really
Yeah, I
like
think.
I've been trying to get through these so much that it was pretty hard for me to go ahead and get to that.
Gotcha.
So,
All right, you're number one.
all right. My number one, obviously, Transformers 1. All right, no, just kidding.
I mean, honestly, that would be
Stop.
fine with me.
Stop.
I never watched
Stop.
it, so I don't have any
Just
judgment.
stop it. Stop it. Anyway,
I would have been like, damn, no honorable mention for Deadpool is crazy.
yeah, that would have been crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so for me, it's X Men versus Wolverine, like hands down, easy. That movie was such a fun movie, and I'm sorry if you took your kids to it. I took my nephews. Again, that's trauma that they have to deal with their therapist. But I mean,
Jesus.
I had to see it, and they wanted to go, so that's up to them. Um, but that movie had everything. It had the fan service. It had really good writing. They did meta correctly. They introduced at least like they went deeper into the TVA, so the Marvel universe isn't absolute shit. I feel like they initially because I haven't. I'm gonna say it now. I haven't watched Agatha, but they initially brought the Marvel continuity. They brought it back from the dead. They started it. They brought it back from the dead. Because I'm gonna be real with you. Before X Men versus Wolverine, I didn't know what the fuck they were
It's
doing.
Deadpool and
I mean,
Wolverine.
X Men. My bad. Before Deadpool versus Wolverine, I didn't know what the fuck they were gonna
And
do. I was like, Marvel's dead. Marvel's dead. Like, what are they gonna do? Where are they going? But they did a really good job with this one. Hats off to hats off to Deadpool. Hats off to Wolverine. Like, hats off to Hugh Jackman's abs. They really did a great job. Um, yeah, there's not much else to say. Like all the choreograph, the dancing, all the bullshit that you wanted from Deadpool, I felt like they gave it to us times three, and that's why it's number one for me.
nice. No, I agree. My number one is a big surprise for you. Do you want to
Okay,
guess?
go ahead.
You don't want to guess?
No, I don't want to guess, man.
My number one is Wicked. I've picked a musical, and I don't even like musicals. Wicked has changed my life. Oh my god. I've never seen Wicked before. I didn't know the backstory of The Wizard of Oz. I cannot wait for part two that comes out next year. Um, Ariana Grande did a great job. Cynthia Erivo, or however you say your last name, killed it. Literally becoming a Broadway star to movie. Amazing. The drama behind Wicked with all of the Ariana Grande and the dude that plays Bach, top tier T. But this,
Even the T gets a mention.
yeah, but the music in it, the acting, the emotions that you feel, like really, I understand why people are Broadway kids. Like, y'all really did your thing. Really enjoyed it. I have a lot of the songs saved to my playlist, and I don't even like musicals ever.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Did the media like kind of change your perception on going to watch it? Like because of the interviews and stuff like that, like how
No,
they're so close and stuff like that?
no, I did not plan on watching Wicked at all.
Okay.
I went because my friends from work, my boss wanted to watch it, and she's watched the play, she's gone to the Broadway, seen the original cast, and she was like, just watch it. If you don't like it, I get it, but I think this is gonna blow your mind. And I literally
Would she
walked
have
out.
refunded you if you
I
didn't like
I
it?
think she would have watched a scary movie with me.
Okay. Okay.
And I walked out and I was like, oh, I get it. I get it. You put me on game. And then after that is when like I did the whole TikTok dive of actually watching the interviews and all that. But yeah, that was my number one movie.
Okay. I I'm still. I feel like you should have switched that for X Men versus Wolverine because of
It's
how
not
hard
even
you went.
called X Men and
I
Wolverine.
mean, for Deadpool versus Wolverine.
No,
But
no.
if you like, okay, if you were to switch it with Deadpool versus X Men, then I would have.
What are you even saying? It's
what
Deadpool
what
and Wolverine. It's
what am I
not
saying
versus.
wrong?
You
Which one
said
am
Dead.
I?
Now you're saying Deadpool and X Men.
Yeah, that one. Listen, it was my number one movie. I could call it whatever I want.
It Deadpool and Wolverine was my number one movie until I saw these last two in the past month and a half.
I just don't. Okay, so yeah,
Did you watch Wicked?
no, I was going to. I was going to. I'm not gonna lie. And you know I love musicals, but I was just like, am I gonna go ahead and like pay money for this? And I don't like to pay money for movies, so I just didn't. But I understand. I understand.
Yeah. It was amazing. Like literally loved everything about the movie. Cannot wait for part two. And there's multiple scenes where I cried, which was not expecting. So, yeah.
Hmm. I don't know. I don't know about this.
Oh, I love my pick. You could judge whatever you want,
No,
but
I mean, hey, like to be honest, if you like it, you like it. I mean, and this is the thing. I just I'm happy that you like the movie that was objectively good, from what I heard, and it didn't have
objectively good.
objectively good from what I've heard. It
Yeah,
didn't have to
your
do
number
with.
10 is It Ends With Us. Please stop talking.
And how much did that pull in?
Please stop talking. Not even half or a quarter or 10% or 5% of any of these movies.
What?
Yeah,
That's a
thank you.
lie. All
It's
right, all
not,
right. Let's just start lying to people. Fuck it. All
not at
right.
all. Not at all. That's why they're suing each other.
That is crazy. That is crazy. You know what's crazy though? she
That
didn't
movie
get
should
an
not.
intimacy coordinator, and she's suing for sexual harassment. It's like,
Why did they make this movie?
no,
No
it's not
brain
about
thought.
making the movie.
No,
It's
no brain
that
thought. It was just
no,
money.
that was a dumb thing that she did. Like she's spearheading the movie, but you don't get an intimacy coordinator, and now you're suing for sexual harassment. Doesn't
And
make
then
any
you
sense to me.
promote it by promoting your fashion care or your skincare line.
Yeah, I think that yeah, I just don't think that
Yeah.
they did a really good job with promoting her as a good person because people hate her. But
I
anyway,
mean, now they're on her side, rightfully so.
which is also no,
But
I think that's
it's
fucked up. I
yeah,
think that's fucked up.
it's a
Be-
mess.
because we don't know, like she just said that. Like I don't like we have no fucking idea.
Yeah, that's true.
But I get what you're saying. Leave me alone. So that's even though I don't agree with your top 10 in movies.
I feel like you're just a
And
hater right now.
no, it's not that I'm a hater. It's that I'm just like a critic, and you're like a oh I feel this and my feelings about no. I'm objective. I look at the
Wow.
movie
So
for
you're
what
telling
it
me I
is.
can't feel
I
anything?
go in with an open mind.
Not you mansplaining this to me.
If the shoe fits. I'm just
Wow.
saying. So look,
You would like it ends with us.
yeah, I would. I would.
Mm-hmm.
No, but
No, but
what we're
seriously.
what we're gonna do is that we're gonna break this into two parts. Obviously, it's a lot to go over, and the second part is gonna be our top 10 shows, and it's gonna give me a little bit more time to go ahead
Get
and
some shows
get
in
some
you.
shows in. So I'm super excited about that, and I hope you guys enjoyed this part one of the holiday special.
Whoever saw my mom, she just walked by.
But I mean, that's what the holidays are about, right? Being around family.
Yeah.
You're doing better than me.
Oh my god. I tried my best. My mom says hi, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, say hi to everybody, not just me. But hello. So, with that being said, thank you to everybody who's been supporting us on Patreon. Go ahead and reaching out. If there is something that you guys do want us to watch, go ahead and let us know. DM us, text us, mail us, whatever it is, and we'll be more than happy to go ahead and try it out. But as of now, this has been the Jaysquared podcast. Peace.
Peace.